Good morning. We find ourselves at the midpoint of the 32nd week in Ordinary Time, and of course, time is growing short for all of us as we come to the end of our year of grace and favor from the Lord. And again, the first Sunday of Advent is just about 2 weeks away, and Advent again ushers in a brand new church year. And so in this period of time, it's well for us to listen carefully to the gospel passages the church is providing for us on each of these Sundays, because we're listening to Jesus teach us through parables what the nature of true discipleship is, what does it take to be a true and faithful disciple, and how does one actually be that faithful disciple. But also in this period of time, as you know, I've been trying to finish up our confirmations, many of which we had to move to this time of the year from the spring because of the COVID pandemic. And the Gospels lend themselves very easily to a sermon for confirmation. And one of the things that this last Sunday's Gospel points out for us, and something that was given to me by one of the pastors of the parishes where I had confirmation, they asked the young people to write out questions as we usually do, but since we aren't meeting in such close quarters, they just give me the list of questions. And one of the questions was most appropriate and was quite good and insightful, and it made the parable of the wise and the foolish virgins from this last Sunday's Gospel even clearer. And the young person just put the question this way: how do I know what God wants for me? Well, He wants for us to be wise and prudent about the gift He's given us, the gift of faith. In other words, we have to be vigilant about our faith. We know that we receive the gift of faith in baptism, and for the rest of our natural lives, that gift remains with us and is given to us by God for no other reason that He loves us, and He wants us to use this gift in order for us to get to heaven. But it is up to us whether we use the gift of faith or not. And so in answering the question that this young person posed to me, how do I know what God wants for me? On the one hand, the answer is quite easy. God wants for you, for me, and for everyone to be happy with Him for all eternity in heaven. But on the other hand, the answer doesn't lend itself to something very easy to accomplish. It's always going to be a challenge. It's always going to demand sacrifice of every one of us to achieve what God wants for us. He'll give us specific vocations in life in which we live that gift of faith and save our souls and get to heaven. But it's also possible for us to waste the gift, to not use it properly, to just squander it, and in the process, we lose heaven. So the question is quite appropriate for all of us, especially as we're quickly coming to the end of our church year. It gives us an opportunity to, in the privacy of our own prayer and our own homes, examine our consciences and our lives. It's, again, not so difficult to know what God wants for me. He wants for you and for me to get to heaven. And He's given us every gift of grace to do that. The question is, how much do I want to use these gifts and to go to heaven? May God bless you during this week, and may you continue to pray for the holy souls in purgatory during this month of November.